6 weeks ago, I was changing my daughter, my 4-year-old daughter, and I noticed that when I changed her, she was red and very sensitive. And immediately, my first thought was, did someone touch her? Oh God. Gosh. So I asked her, I said, baby, did somebody touch you? And she ended up saying it was Daddy.
I'm finally caught up with the lady that was a trophy wife but was married to a man that essayed their children together. And all that whole situation is just crazy. The reason why I say it's crazy is because unfortunately he had did some things to her, and for her to continue with this whole like trophy wife and the whole idea of it when that was happening to her from her own husband is very sad and very traumatic. I understand when you have children, you're a single mom, you deserve to still be loved. You deserve to still be in relationships and get married and all that type of stuff. But at the same time, your kids come first. Your kids come first. And if you're seeing signs of a person that would do it to you, why don't you think that they would do it to your own kids? And
let me tell you something. I got a 3-year-old son in there. And I got a 5-month-old daughter. As soon as that mother came through that door, I would have had him. As soon as he came through the door, I would have had him. From limb to limb. Limb to bone. I don't play by my kids. One thing you don't play with when it comes to me is my kids, my credit, and my money. Those are the 3 things that'll make me go off. Some mothers, they'll sit in a courtroom and cry about it and be waiting on justice for years. I'm gonna get justice, and I ain't waiting on the police. What she should have done was call the police and go and carry him out when you get here. That's how I get down.
Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Robi Masaga. Today let's talk about the trophy wife story. I don't know how many of you have heard this lady who was saying how her husband essayed her kids. Well, first I'm here to say how sorry I am to this lady and her kids, because I can only imagine what she's going through. And the worst part is, she said that she went through the same when she was young, and it has repeated on her kids. And to make the matters worse is, it was the biological father of those girls who did that. Now try to imagine what this lady is going through right now. Do you think she can ever trust any other man? Do you think these girls will ever forget whatever that they went? Maybe the youngest one might forget, the one who is 2 years, because it's those girls are 2 years and 4 years. So maybe the one who is 2 years might forget. We don't know. I'm just saying maybe she might not forget, because we have people who keep memories. Imagine what they will go through. How these are kids who they need therapy for them to, to get back to their normal state. They need therapy. Even the mom needs therapy, because she's not okay right now. She's not okay mentally. When she was telling her story, she broke down, and I felt it.
Just watched a video of a mother that said her husband was touching on her 2-year-old daughter and her 4-year-old daughter. And she said she was changing her daughter, and she saw that she was sore, like, and very sensitive down there. And she asked her who did it. She said, Daddy. The lady said she knew her husband was on his way home from picking up her other sons. She said she didn't tell him that she knew what he did. She said she was finding an excuse to get out of the house and get away from him. Let me tell you something. I got a 3-year-old son in there. And I got a 5-month-old daughter. As soon as that mother came through that door, I would have had him. As soon as he came through the door, I would have had him. From limb to limb. Limb to bone. I don't play by my kids. One thing you don't play with when it comes to me is my kids, my credit, and my money. Those are the 3 things that'll make me go off. Some mothers, they'll sit in a courtroom and cry about it and be waiting on justice for years. I'm gonna get justice, and I ain't waiting on the police. What she should have done was call the police and go and carry him out when you get here. That's how I get down.
The husband is right there. That's the husband. Old, raggedy black man. That's him. He is black. But now I want to talk about this as well. How to level up your kids. Good moms are sexy. Stop taking advice from everybody. This dumbass bitch literally was encouraging y'all to use y'all kids and adultify them and dress them as rich, bougie socialites to attract wealthy men. That's literally what that video was all about. She literally on here giving women advice to advertise their children and advertise being a good mom and use their children to secure wealthy men. That's the advice she had for people. That's why her whole little story not flying for me. It's just not. I'm sorry. What you mean? Like,
you have 2 children. The relationship doesn't work out. You get with the new guy. He doesn't show interest in your children, which is not necessarily a bad thing because they're not his children. So he shouldn't be fawning over your sons anyway. You find somebody else on the internet. You tell him that you and your children need to move in with him. He says the only way somebody's going to move in with him is if they're his wife. You break up with the guy that you're currently with. You go buy a ring, propose to him, marry him within a week, move in with him. He assaults you. You stay. You have female children with him. You leave your children with him alone. So much so, it's so bad that you are also in the house and you make content. And in that content, you can hear your daughter saying, ow, and screaming. And his voice saying, move your hand. I'm about to cry. His voice saying, move your hand. And you tell the people, you told your, video, y'all might hear stuff in the background, but act like you don't. So then you're changing your 4-year-old daughter's diaper and it looks odd. And your first instinct is, did somebody touch you? Because you have been touched by him before inappropriately in a manner that you didn't like. And so you took her to the hospital and your trophy husband, her father, did it.
Just imagine being a mother and realizing that your kids have been hurt by someone you know, by someone you love, by someone you made vows with, someone you told till death do you part. It's devastating. So I can only imagine what she's going through right now. The only place that I'm going to fault this lady is, why did she have to marry this guy just a week after they met? Just a week. This is someone you barely know. Why can't you just wait, get to learn this person better? And the worst part is you went through, someone essayed you when you're young. You have kids because she was a single mom. Before she got married to this guy, she was a single mom. So you should know better. Yeah, you should not just trust anyone. Imagine meeting someone and within a week you're married. It does not make sense. Trophy wife is a lady who gets married to a wealthy man, a man who is ready to provide everything for the lady, and the only job for this lady is to look beautiful and presentable, to stay at home and look after her kids. That is the only job that this woman needs to do. So maybe she got married to this guy because she wanted security for financial security for her kids. Maybe she thought because he has money, let me just get married to him because I want the best for my kids. But again, money is not everything. Money is not everything. Just see, you got married to the guy just a week after you guys met, and see what he has done to his own kids. We don't even know whether he's done the same to the boys, because this lady was, like I said, she got married when she was a single mom. She had those 2 boys. So we don't know whether he's done the same to the boys, because an evil person has no limit. He has no limit. We can't sit here and say maybe it's just the girls that he is saying, maybe even the boys, because someone who has perverted mind, they don't have control of themselves. They don't have. So maybe he has done the same to these boys and we don't know. And maybe he told the boys never tell anyone. Maybe he threatened them. Sometimes, ladies, I think we need to protect our kids. Our kids should come first. When we were growing up, I used to see a lot of single moms, and you wonder, why are they not getting married? You ask yourself, just because you have kids, why can't you get married? Our parents were protecting us. They didn't want to remarry because they wanted to protect us. Even we do have even single fathers, because we have good men out there. Yeah, we have good men, we have bad men, we have good women, we have bad women. Because there's a story I saw, a 40-year-old woman, she essayed a 14-year-old boy. So, we have so many evil people out there, and it's not just men. So when sometimes you see a woman is single, she's a single mom, when you see a man is a single father, they have a reason why they are still single, because they want to protect their kids from this kind of evil. They want to protect their kids from people who will hurt them. This lady should have known better. The fact that she was essayed when she was young, she should have known better. Our top priority is protecting our kids. You don't just rush into, getting married to someone you barely know. You need to protect your kids first. They might have all the financial strength that you want, but still, your kids are more important than the money, because you want to go there, you want to live a good life. But is she living a good life right now? Yeah, maybe she has all the money that she wanted in the world, but is she living a good life? If your husband, your own husband, the father to your kids, can do that, do you think this lady, she's okay? Do you think she will ever trust again?
Let me tell you something. I got a 3-year-old son in there. And I got a 5-month-old daughter. As soon as that mother came through that door, I would have had him. As soon as he came through the door, I would have had him. From limb to limb. Limb to bone. I don't play by my kids. One thing you don't play with when it comes to me is my kids, my credit, and my money. Those are the 3 things that'll make me go off. Some mothers, they'll sit in a courtroom and cry about it and be waiting on justice for years. I'm gonna get justice, and I ain't waiting on the police. What she should have done was call the police and go and carry them out when you get here. That's how I get down.
Well, I do understand this kind of people. I know that some of them are talking from the emotional part of it. Especially if you're a mother, I know you do anything to protect your kids. But I don't support this, because you might end up unaliving this person. Then what? You'll be taken to prison. Who's going to suffer in the end? Your kids. So the best thing to do is, just try figure out a way of you getting the police to your home, or you getting out of that house. So I'm glad that this lady found a better way. She was calm. She figured an excuse to get out of the house. She did well, because imagine if she unalived that person out of anger. Imagine if she unalived that person. Right now, as we speak, we wouldn't even know this story happened. We wouldn't, because we know this story because she told us. So if she had unalived this man, maybe she would have gone to prison. And before your case is solved, your kids would suffer. We know how long it takes for a case to be solved. We know how long it takes. And because you unalived someone, you would still go to prison and spend some time there. Maybe they would give you a lighter sentence, but still you would serve some time in prison. And your kids would still suffer because maybe they would go to live with their uncles or their aunties, and we don't know what might happen in that house. So sometime when things like this happen, you need to sit down and you try to calm down, then figure out a better way to solve this kind of issues. You don't have to be hasty. Sometime you might end up making matters worse, thinking that you're trying to solve, and you're only hurting your own kids in the end. I do agree with this lady when she said that when a man is providing, when a man is giving you money, taking you places, giving you a very comfortable life, don't think that that man is doing that for free. He expects something from you. That man will control you. He will want to do anything he wants to do to you because he knows he's the sole provider. He's your sole provider. So he will expect anything. And you won't say anything because the moment you complain, he will stop providing. He will stop giving you that money. And that is why this man had the guts to essay his own kids. Because he knew if his wife complains, he's going to stop providing for them. And this man doesn't care, because if you can essay your own kids, it only shows that you don't care about anything. Yeah, you don't care about how they feel, you don't care about your wife. And I'm glad that this lady protected her kids. The moment she heard that her kids were essayed, she, sided with them. We have women out here who never side with their kids. Their kids will come tell them, Mom, Dad has done this and this, and they will still, protect someone who is hurting their own kids. There's a story I heard. A lady was saying how her dad was essaying her for a while. And then she went and told her mom. Then the mom was like, why do you have to put on clothes that are short? Why do you have to put on, lipstick? Why do you have to put on... Why would you protect someone who is hurting your own kids? Someone who is essaying your girl, whether your girl is walking in front of her father naked or not, the father should not look at her own child like that. Someone you gave birth to, and you're busy protecting the offender. You're busy protecting a monster, and you are a mother. You're the one who gave birth to that child. The lady said that this man used to treat her well before they got married. But then after they got married and moved in together, it's like he now started showing his true colors. The moment you start seeing some red flags, why not walk away for the sake of your kids? Mothers, we need to protect our kids from these monsters. Fathers need to protect their kids from these monsters. Don't risk your baby's lives just because you want money, just because you want to secure a good life. You can always get your own money. You can always work hard and get your own money and protect your kids. Those are the most important people in your life. Women, work for your own money. Sometime when you have your own money, people will respect you. There are things they won't do to you. If this lady had her own money, I'm very sure maybe she would have not even married that man. Maybe she married him because of the money. Maybe she didn't love him. So sometimes it's good to, get your own money and get that respect. Even your kids will be respected. And the reason why I'm saying that this lady should have known better is you were essayed when you were young. You should not just trust anyone. Let me know your thoughts on the comment section, guys. And remember to subscribe, like, and also share this video. And until next time,